complications, the side effects can make going through treatment miserable and tiring. A new cookbook called Cooking Through Cancer Treatment to Recovery was written to provide essential nutrients at every stage of treatment with foods to reduce side effects and improve daily life. Here with one of those recipes is co-author and certified nutritionist Susan Jens. It's so nice to meet you.
Thank you. Same here.
I mean, this is so important, and we've gotten better about thinking of food as medicine and medical support.
Yes.
And so what are the qualities of food that make it good for cancer patients?
Well, what we've done here, each recipe is used for depending what stage of treatment you're in or what the symptom is of the treatment, because the point of the book is to help decrease the side effects of the treatment. So for instance, if you're going through chemotherapy, let's say, and you are having fatigue or hot flashes or having problems sleeping, then you can use this XY grid.
Let me show this to everybody. So there's a grid there, and you can kind of have your treatment and cross-reference it with what your side effects are and find the specific recipes in the book that are good for you.
So this recipe that I've prepared today, the one that we have on here and is also on the cover of the book.
And looks delish, by the way.
Is artichoke, bean, hazelnut, and asparagus salad.
Sounds good.
So this one, it says right here, the targeted side effects are hot flashes, night sweats, fatigue, and chemo brain. And there are icons on the side. So this is for radiation, hormonal therapy, remission, and prevention.
And you say it's a good source of A and C, calcium and iron. Those things are helpful with these particular side effects. And I love that you've broken this down into fiber, protein, saturated fat, carbohydrates. You can understand everything about the food that you're eating.
Exactly, because some people are concerned they might want to not be losing too much weight, so they may want to eat something that has some higher calories. Some people might have started out and they don't want to gain weight either, whichever way it's going. And this salad happens to be pretty high in fiber, so if someone's having gastro problems, we don't want them to eat something like this, which is very high in fiber. And then we have health tips at the bottom. This one says, Health Tip 101, artichokes are high in flavonoid compounds, help to improve digestion by increasing flow and promoting optimal liver health.
Well, there's just a world of information on a single page that can help you learn something you can take away from this recipe. So let's make this together and kind of talk about how this all works. So, you know, I would think this would be great comfort. I mean, when my mother was going through treatment, she was just very sick to her stomach, and I didn't, you know, I learned a bit about ginger tea and some other things like that. But to have had a cookbook would have been so helpful.
Well, one of the reasons that we wrote this book, my co-author, Dr. Lisa Price, who's in naturopathic medicine, was that she saw a lot of cancer patients, and the first thing they asked her usually was, well, what can I eat? And although naturopaths have training in this field, they really don't have the time to spend as much time going into all the factors that are involved with food. So we sat down and wanted to write something that we wanted to have to be easy to use for people. Most of the recipes only have 4 steps, and we felt also that for people like yourself who saw your mother going through this, using this cookbook to be able to make food for her that she could enjoy. Like if you looked at that chart, you could say, well, ma'am, how does this sound to you, or that sound to you? And then she might say, oh, that sounds really good.
And that's important because your sense of taste changes with treatment as well. And so sometimes things you've liked in the past just don't appeal anymore, or from day to day.
Absolutely. And so then you know that you would be making something for her, not only that appeals to the way she feels at that time, but also could help her in terms of being in a healthier state going through her cancer and improving the way she feels.
Very good. That sounds very, very good to me. So let's whip this up, because I think, frankly, I would eat this.
Right after the show.
Right after the show, possibly.
All right. So what I'm going to do, if you want to, you could squeeze this lemon, which goes, and I'm going
Try not to squirt it on you here.
All right. That would be fun if it does squirt on me. And I'm just snapping off the bottom part of the asparagus, which is the part that's usually too fibrous to eat. These happen to be very thin asparagus. I'll turn this on. which I had it on before.
And did you do that on purpose, or they just happen to be thin?
Actually, for this salad, it's nicer than that they're thinner, because then it's easier for people, and it just seems that at this time of the year, they're picking the season's almost over for asparagus, so they're picking the younger asparagus. So what we can do is we can take this and add this. I've already put in here some oil, some oregano, some white pepper, and we're going to, oh, you did a very good job.
Thank you. I did my best for you.
Yeah, there's a few seeds going in, but that wasn't your fault. It was filled up to the top.
They'll be delicious. We eat them.
So, and if you want, you can kind of saute
whisk
that.
A bit?
Whisk that a bit. And then over here, well, we can just do this. We're just going to add some of this. That's fine. I'm just going to add some more. These are garbanzo beans or chickpeas.
Those are pretty good for protein, is that right?
They're good for protein. They're also high in fiber. So and then I'm just going to add this whole. This is artichokes.
Smells so good.
In olive oil. So
I just got a blast of deliciousness.
Okay, I hope you didn't get a blast of olive oil.
No, I did not. Just the aroma.
All right.
Ready for the dressing?
Sure.
How much?
Add the dressing.
Just drizzle a little bit?
I think you could go probably. I haven't had any other dressing on this. So,
okay.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go for it if that's all right.
You can just go for it.
Here we go, because we'll get all that goodness. I don't want to miss any garlic, which I'm convinced keeps you very healthy.
Garlic is great.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah. It's antimicrobial, and more than that, it helps to kind of make your arteries more flexible, which is really good if you ever get in a situation where you're getting a lot of blood going through at one time. If your arteries are really stiff, there's more of a likelihood they're going to break, and this way they're going to, be a little more wiggly.
I want you just to write a regular cookbook. I think we should know all of these things, right? I would change the way I ate if I knew certain things were really much better for me.
Well, you look like you're doing pretty well in what you're eating.
I'm trying. I talk more than I eat, which is good.
All right, now
sprinkle?
You can go for it. This is all for that portion of this.
Hazelnuts are so good.
Hazelnuts are great.
Hazelnuts
are actually a native plant. They grow, automatically in Washington State.
One more handful. So if I wanted to do this, maybe not for a patient going through treatment, but do this at home, I could add some chicken or something to it and boost up the protein a bit?
Yeah, if you wanted to, absolutely.
That looks delicious.
All right, then that's what we want to do next. This is grated cheese.
Yay.
And I believe the recipe is on the website for New Day Northwest.
Yes, it will be.
So, and the book is available through local bookstores or through Amazon. And one of the amazing things about this book was a very large pharmaceutical company purchased 15,000 copies of the book.
Wonderful.
And they're getting it out at Oncology. So that's very good. And all the information in it is based on scientific peer review research. So it's sailed through their medical department, their legal department. It will never interfere with cancer treatment. It'll just help maybe preventing people from having to take more medicine for some of their side effects that they're having as a result.
And take some stress out of both being a patient and a caregiver. So thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
That's a wonderful book, and that looks like a wonderful salad. You can find the recipe for the salad in the recipe section of our website, and then you just click on the Kitchen Monkey box and you will find it. Susan will be right back to join this week's wellness panel and answer your nutrition-related question. We'll be back after a quick break.